Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Wednesday, May 17th, 2023, 3:15 p.m. Eastern. I'm having a time for change call tonight at around 9 p.m. Eastern. Through the course of a lifetime, we all seem to get pulled into this feeling of falling off the path. When the frail, egoic human persona takes over, we tend to get wrapped up in identifying ourselves as small, limited, powerless, time-bound beings who are temporarily imprisoned in a physical human form. The human experience can hypnotize us into believing that we are lost, poor, insecure, unhappy, or simply off track. The good news is that the truth is always much bigger than the mind can fathom. Whenever we perceive life to be some random, challenging, confusing experience, take an afternoon to digest what I will share with you. They will open up the inner avenues of connection so you reestablish a heartfelt relationship with your spiritual essence and soon discover the all-powerful, magical, manifesting beings you truly are again. First step to opening the doorway to meeting your sacred soul starts with feeling into your basic core nature. Who are you at the very innermost core level? You are a super powerful divine being. Exploring this exposes you to become the highest authority of your reality and your life. Where you decide what is real and what is not. You are the one who is constantly seeing, believing, and perceiving the reality you think is true. The mind is always right about what it believes is real. It's never wrong about the direction it's thinking and believing. Even if you fall off the deep end and believe 1 + 2 = 4, the mind will be very righteous about that. I'm sure you know people like this. The mind is all coiled up in an old habit of making up fantastic stories about who and what you are and are not. When this mind drops, you drop into your core basic nature. Mindless, still and free from all thought. The mind will still try to say that you are not enough of this and too much of that. Do not listen to the mind. Listen to your heart instead. I can say this. I cannot run out of saying this, run out of energy saying this. There is an unlimited field of loving, sweet energy in your heart, which is a doorway to having a full body, deeply healing, spiritual awakening experience. The second step to revealing your soul is found within this space-time continuum. Where would the soul reside if it was simply resting and relaxing at the center of you? Where specifically and exactly is the core of you? When you look within yourself, where in space and time is the very center of this thing called you? When you find it, rest for many hours in that space. You'll discover that you are pure, powerful, perfect, sweet, complete consciousness. You are the source of divine perfection. the more we can relax into our center, the easier it becomes to realize there never ever was anything wrong with you. That was all just a big fancy show of the mind. Fabricating new stories again. Your soul is beyond the mind. It is the ever-present eternal witness at the core essence of you. It is always there, always available, and ready to be explored. This is the inner journey everyone is seeking. It's the one that can take lifetimes to discover. And until we find it, we cannot know deep, everlasting peace. But don't worry. We have set it up to be predestined, that you will find your soul. This spiritual stream of sacredness follows us wherever we go. When we can really relax deep down into the core of our being, the eyes of the soul begin seeing through us. We can perceive the universal spiritual path within the mundane and understand how it's truly impossible to screw up this life. When we relax, we begin to truly trust life. We can feel like we have an infinite amount of time, energy, resources, creativity, and knowledge to get it right. Only in a very deep relaxation can we surrender enough to bathe in our soul's true eternal essence. The ego and mind are set on the back burner. There's no need guessing about if we have arrived in the parking lot of our soul or not. It's so obvious. It's like the difference between knowing the sun is shining or not. There's only this pure feeling of knowing and getting that we are all unlimited, unbounded, perfect beings, connected in each moment to an infinite stream of conscious, intelligent energy. The soul makes us wake up and realize that we can do the impossible. Its energy is so powerful, eternal, and cannot be changed. The more we relax into this understanding, the more we simply give up following our thoughts blindly around and begin relaxing beneath them into the quiet solitude underneath the mind, which makes everything in life more interesting and less challenging than it needs to be. Unveiling your spiritual amazingness is in the practice of a thing called trust. This universe is always protecting you, helping you, serving your highest good. It has never abandoned you and is always here assisting you to blaze through your challenges and find your greatest possible joy in this life. When you trust in the process, everything changes in your perception and reality. This universe is conspiring in your favor. It wants what you want. Be a pro-noiac, not a paranoiac. Just notice what it feels like to sit back and relax into the feeling of trusting in this universe and knowing it is guiding you. When we practice the trust vibe, we can listen easily to the subtle hints from this universe. We know our life purpose and spiritual direction, and we stop ignoring it. The trusting signs are there. Just look for them. Take heed. Stop getting in the way of your highest possibility. Stop getting in the way of your highest possibility. It is in trusting this universe that we can give ourselves permission to manifest the most amazing, miraculous life we could ever imagine. We actually get what we truly want through trusting. We stop settling for a fear-based, rushed lifestyle that we don't really desire. So I invite you right now to take time to settle yourself into the energy of trust right now. Breathe it into your body. Feel it inside your heart. Practice this one all day long, all night long. Notice how good this feels. See if you can notice how many ways this universe is guiding, assisting, and protecting you in the next 48 hours. It is an amazing feeling when you can remain in the state of trust all week long, as it is this energy which opens the door to let your soul's full presence to come flying through. Recognize and let go of your fears. Identify them. Let go of them. Take the time, like where we are, when you're in the grocery line, to find out what you're truly afraid of in life. Look deep inside and face whatever old dark demons are inside you. They are just you hiding from your own soul. They're just you hiding from your own soul. Your fears are not meant to haunt you and stay with you forever. This is not their purpose. If you are not facing your fears every day, then they are not fully serving you. If you are not facing your fears every day, then they are not fully serving you. You're meant to work with fear. Push up against it so that you expand your sense of self and grow beyond it. Release your attachments to what the fear means. You can expand your sense of self and grow beyond it. Release your attachments to what the fear means. Realize each one is merely a ridiculous, misguided thought. Give yourself fully over to being a fearless human being. By facing every fear that arises, you get to know your true warrior self. As an all-loving, all-powerful, fearless, multidimensional spiritual being with unlimited potentiality, who knew the darkness would lead us to the light? But just a little exploration, and our daily journey home becomes a very sacred healing process. Only you can say where the road goes. Everyone sets his goals for the hour, for the relationship, and for every phase of life. L. Ron Hubbard. We've got to retrain our brains to be silent and remain focused only on that which you truly desire. What do you want in this life? We ask that question a lot because it's very important. I don't believe many people even give that the time of day. What do you want in this life? What do you truly want in this life? And interesting enough, what you want wants you to have it. And when you can keep your mind focusing on what you want and off what you don't want, the most amazing things will manifest in your presence. Nobody wants or cares to hear what's on your long list of complaints. But your kingdom of don't wants, put it up for sale. And recalibrate your mind to meditate on what you do desire. What are those things that make your heart sing? What are, it's interesting. We're so caught up in this material physical world, and none of us are exempt from it. We all get seduced into it, and it's been going on for a very long time. Now, by simply refocusing the mind on what you want in this life is incredibly powerful and transformative. Once the mind comes around to the conclusion that as long as it's focusing on what it doesn't want, it's never going to be happy. Then it starts to rely more on pure awareness to liberate it. The mind is already deeply trained and programmed to rewind and replay the same 60,000 thoughts it had yesterday. It doesn't like to deviate from the norm. Yet, when you redirect it to remain focused on what you want to think about all day long, your soul peeks through and opens everything up, like a flower meeting the first morning rays of sunshine. You come to feel the amazing warmth that is inside your being. This is the day you truly know your soul intimately. And it will show everyone in the most natural, unassuming ways the all-powerful, deeply eternal, loving being you truly are. Trust God if you trust. Only when you can drop your knowledge, only then can you put your mind aside. And with trust, something immense opens up. Then this life is no longer an ordinary life. It becomes full of God, overflowing ocean. And this is interesting that I believe people misconstrue this when they do at least discover it. No matter what you've done to others, right, or yourself throughout your life, this universe has forgiven you. It forgave you the moment you needed to be forgiven. This universal love is always instantly there, bubbling up peaceful healing vibes within you. You simply have to sit back and let them in. Release the idea that love has to come from someone or something on the outside. Imagine it is a perpetually stream of light flowing from the most mysterious divine place on the inside. Now, feeling this great healing love may start out on a mental, physical, emotional, or perhaps a super sensual level for you. Don't be too concerned about how, where, or when it shows up. Just know it is infinitely deep and real. There's always plenty of it. Just when you thought it was gone, it comes rushing in. All you need to do is simply relax into your life, and you do this for an extended period of time. Then it will come. It often shows itself as some profound spiritual experience in the beginning. This is your wake-up call. Do you know how powerful and real it truly is? Without this great, deeply eternal love flowing in our lives, we remain dumb and numb to our highest spiritual path and life purpose. We feel lost, empty, and lonely without it. We cannot imagine that there is a gold mine of greatness buried inside. All it takes is a little digging into our emotional being, underneath the fears, doubts, and worries, with a small shovel of curiosity. We can find an amazing love at the core. This is the real gold. When we're willing to stop playing with the fool's gold in our lives, the best things in life begin manifesting. What is real gold is that which will never change. You, the God that you are in that body. Let's take a moment to give your body an experience of this gold mine of love. Imagine that you're on a warm sandy beach, wherever it may be. You're laying here in some distant, peaceful cove all alone. And the soft, relaxing rays of sunshine are melting into your skin, bringing deep, healing sensations into where you need love the most. Simply relax, open, and imagine you are receiving this healing warm light in your body now. You may not be able to feel much at first, yet keep opening and relax into the softening feeling. This softening energy will come into you very slowly, as if it was a gentle massage from a child. It feels highly healing, extremely light, non-invasive. You might feel as if you're on an eternal vacation. You'll notice that the softer your body can become, the easier it becomes to feel that you're receiving the love. In the beginning, it can be tricky to imagine and feel something is happening in your body without blaming it all on your mind. You may think, is this my mind or is it real? Don't get caught up in your mind. Stay with the relaxing process. It will take time to soften the hard, protective shell you have built around you. So don't give up too quickly or try too hard using your brain. This universal love cannot be accessed by our willpower. It just happens all of everything, all on its own. The miracle manifests when you can totally relax your body, stop stressing about your life. Let it all go. If you try too hard to let go, you're forcing things, and this soft, sweet love cannot flow. If you're not totally open and surrendered to the experience, your energy is too tight, and you'll miss it. The deeper quality of love is so intelligent and subtle that has an exquisite timing of its own and will arrive effortlessly when you least expect it. Through letting go of trying to attain it, it attains you. If one stops scrutinizing one's own self, which is the source of bliss, there will be no more misery in this life. To ensure you are feeling universal love inside you every day, there are a few things you can do. Some people believe that from all the traumatic experiences in their past, that they are unlovable, unworthy, and undeserving of receiving love. They think they must fix themselves or do something to receive love. And that love is not something available for free just by being the normal way they are. And that love is not something available for free just by being the normal way they are. This is a fallacy. Any belief which sounds like this will block it. There is nothing we need to do or prove ourselves to be worthy of for this super sweet healing love to come in. It is our very birthright to be loved 24 hours a day. We are amazing divine beings, brilliant souls of light, and we deserve to have it all. We deserve to have it all. All the darkness and all the lightness. Another key thing is to watch vigilantly what your mind is doing randomly through the day. Notice where your mind is focusing and how it's perceiving reality. The mind is always creating some version of reality, and rarely clearly the big universal picture. Seeing things as they actually are from the biggest perspective, the mind likes coloring life. Believing today is a depressing gray day and last night was a red-hot night. The mind is so creative. It's inventing up its own reality in every breathing moment. Even though this universe is showering us with deep eternal love every minute, we cannot see or feel this cozy energy as long as the mind is busy. When the mind is not totally present in this moment, it becomes narrowed and unable to see and feel this universal love in all directions. We cannot enjoy the colorful rainbow that is actually forming outside. When we are in the basement watching some black and white scary movie from the past on TV. There's so much going on, so many things happening in the mind that it is continuously making us blind to this great love. When we're taking on too much, having too many commitments to deal with, life can feel like it's pulling us apart instead of putting us back together. As long as our energy is focused outward, we keep moving outwards instead of relaxing deeper inside, where the real love actually is. This great love is an inner journey. Now that's all there is to it. And if it's no different that if a tree only focuses on growing its branches and not the roots, it's bound to fall over when some strong gust of wind passes through. This is a crucial time for this civilization. It really is. Love is possible only when there is a deep acceptance of oneself, the other, the world. Acceptance creates the milieu in which love grows, the soil in which love blooms. Ocean. This is why we have so many relationship issues, starting off with ourselves. When you take a deep, long look inside yourself, you will probably first notice the rotten parts in you. These are what you consider your faults, how you are unacceptable, unworthy, and unlovable. Yet, if you can keep on looking, you'll see all these are just hard, critical ideas, and that they stem from a needy place, desperate for love. Simply listen, as if from a distance, to whatever your fearful, negative, or critical voices are saying. Listen compassionately to what they are really needing. When we gently feel into what this critical voice is needing and afraid of becoming, the most amazing miracle occurs. We start to soften into the harsh voice, and it begins feeling more relaxed and at ease about it all. When we soften our energy around each criticism, they eventually melt away, and we can feel again the sweet, sensitive innocence we had as a child. We can taste our original enlightened spirit, who is glowing with love and extremely lovable. The more time we can spend being softer and lighthearted about this life, the younger we'll feel, and the more amazing life will become. Another powerful discovery is creating a life overflowing with universal love. Okay? Creating a life with universal love, overflowing, is this. Drop any fear that says, well, will other people think of me? Anytime we're caught in thinking about what others think about us, we are losing time in deciding who we want to become and how we want to invent our future self to be. Remember, your God-given right is to be totally wild, fun, foolish, and absolutely free whenever you desire. You can fully show up for this liberated life every day. Just merge with your amazing, blazing, brilliant, smiling, loving light inside and blast it all over everything. Everyone and everything. When we look around us, it's actually a mirror for us. And it's always reflecting what is going on inside of us on a deeper level. It is always teaching us what we most need to learn, which is learning how to live deeply and completely in love 24/7. When we base our lovableness on how others treat us, we miss the target As long as we are focused on the mind or physical form of the other and not their spirit, we will forget all about universal love. How many of us would you say give ourselves love 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And to everyone you encounter. But first, our direction is to find the love inside of us first. When you take a closer look at the world around you, all you will see is universal love in everyone and everything. You'll notice how the sun loves to shine its light on every living creature around the earth 24 hours a day. You'll appreciate how random people around this planet are providing you with food to eat, quenching water to drink, and interesting places to go see. You'll enjoy the fresh air that you have to breathe and stop taking for granted this continuous beating heart that keeps you alive. You might also realize that you have a highly sensual sexual body and start really enjoying your life with it. These are just a few gifts and sensual treats this universe has given you. They are each meant to help you soften and relax deeper into the feeling of this universal love that is in you right now. When love enters you, everything changes. You feel naturally relaxed as you are. You enjoy being alone, bathing in the raw experience of being you. There is a state of natural appreciation for all your dark parts, just the way they are. You're able to feel loved by others without falling into being dependent, protected, or needy. They can be sad, mad, afraid, or disappointed, and it doesn't matter. You have your connection to an infinite source, and they have theirs. You know that every situation is connected to love in the most creative way and form. With this universal love blossoming inside, you'll feel loved everywhere you go, and no matter who you are with. Don't rely on the mind for liberation. You, all of us, are the sum cause of this entire universe. Never done. This is what we're doing. Well, we choose. Some of us choose. Others stay numb. And remember, as I've said oftentimes, this is Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose, and an easy and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still. The quality of our personal relationships represents how interconnected and whole we are within ourselves. For today, take some time to recognize and acknowledge all the interactions, connections, relations, and relationships you are still thinking about from your past. This may seem like an impossible feat, yet just do the best memory recall you can. Go back to your childhood, grade school, high school. Take a good look at what memories you are still repeating. What would you have done or said differently? What do you wish you would have experienced? What happened to your heart when you did start doing and saying what you wanted to? So, for today, go and tell those people what you most need to say. Start doing those things you most want to do with them. This is your chance to make a significant life change in their heart and in yours. This exercise is huge and will free up more spiritual connection than you could possibly know. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and the following morning. We'll return here tonight around 9 p.m. Eastern to continue our Time for Change call. And Thursday, May 18th, 2023, 3:15 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude at all times, no matter what's going on around you.